themselves as innocent and have never broken a law actually commits around 7 crimes a week. The most common offenses are speeding, texting while driving, dropping litter, downloading music illegally, and even riding a bicycle on the pavement. I use these arguments, even though I just Googled them a few minutes ago, in the hopes that what I'm about to tell you can be dismissed as well. My name is Kohki, and I do content creation on social media platforms such as Instagram and YouTube. I know that some of you may not know me, so I want to first start off by showing you some of my work and what I do. I love capturing profound, different perspectives of the city, something that not many people, or in fact, no one's ever shot before. It's also called urban exploration, aka urbex. I also take cityscapes and landscapes. These are very common photography styles, and if you take out your phone and go through your camera roll, I can pretty much assure you that you've all taken landscape photos. What I like to keep in mind when shooting these is to kind of capture multiple images from sunset to night, and this allows me to showcase my entire experience at that location. I also take photos of people, portrait photography. And I think this is one of the hardest things to photograph because it's kind of like sketching a person. They say that sketching a person is one of the hardest things to draw. I also work with many brands and clients. And since I can't show you all the brands that I've worked with, I want to share with you some of my favorite brands that I've worked with this year. So BMW, one of my favorite brands that I worked with this year, they flew me all the way to Munich, Germany to attend their 100th anniversary event. And I got to drive the i8 Coupe, which is an electronic sports car, and I had a blast. Because I got to drive it, but more so because Germany has no speed limit. And you can imagine what happened. I also visited Peru. Visit Peru is a travel organization that promotes Peru, and I was there for 2 weeks to capture their amazing and majestic landscapes. Probably my favorite landscapes of all time. I also work with Paul Smith. They're a clothing brand, and I help to create content for their social. So now that you know a little bit about me, today I want to share with you my story and how I'm able to do what I love as a full-time job. And I hope at the end of the talk you can take away something in order to help pursue and find your dream. So it all started back in 2016 when I flew back to Tokyo as I was attending university in Sydney. My friend Nick and I decided to climb a route near the Shibuya crossing in the hopes that we'll capture a unique photo. We followed one of the staffs into the staff-only section and made our way all the way to the rooftop. I still remember the moment when I got up there. It was kind of like when you're a kid and you ask your parents for a specific birthday present, and you've been dying for that day to come, and you finally get to unwrap it. My words can't really do justice, so I'll leave it at that for now. But anyways, I climbed the fence, took a photo, looked back, when I realized that a security guard came running over. Well, it was fun while it lasted, probably 30 seconds. But we got down, and soon a lot of other security guards, the manager of the building, and a few other staff were all surrounding us. Luckily, they all let us go, but told us to never upload the photos online. 2 weeks later, though, when I went back to uni, I told myself, what if the worst didn't happen? I decided to take the chances and upload the image on Instagram. The very next day, I woke up, checked my phone, and realized that I had endless notifications. Apparently, a page full of beautiful destinations had shared my photo. And that was the moment I realized and made a conscious decision that that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. To explore and capture profound moments with like-minded people. 1 year later, I met Alice Choi. She's the one who selected my photos to be featured on Beautiful Destinations at the time. It's still an honor to have met her, and can't wrap my head around how one person, at the time I didn't know of, could change one's motives and career path. I met Leechpon about a year ago. She's also a content creator like myself, and she hit me up on Instagram through DMs and asked if I wanted to meet up with her in Tokyo. We only met up for 2 hours, just because she was here for work. And despite only having 2 hours to work together and create content, since we had many good mutual friends, we decided to hang out, get some content. We actually went to Team Lab, and soon, 3 months after that, she hit me up again, asking if I wanted to go to Europe with her for an event and travel around Europe while we're at it. Of course I said yes. I mean, it's Europe. If you're not from there, I guess everyone in this room would agree that you guys would want to go to Europe. You would drop anything for it. Anyways, that became my favorite trip, or in fact, our favorite trip that we've ever done to this day. But let me show you some of the photos we've captured. One of our favorite destinations through that trip was Venice, Italy. Amazing architecture and the uniqueness of the city drove our eyes. I mean, I took a photo against the mirror, and it turned out to be cool. We also went to Santorini, Greece. I'm a sucker for blue and white color palettes, so this was like a paradise for me. Probably my favorite destinations, hands down. And just like that, me and Lichi became travel buddies, and we've been traveling the world to create content together. And I get asked this question a lot, where people wonder how I was able to actually get work to begin with. It kind of all happened when I came back to Tokyo after graduating university. I applied for Apple, as I always loved their products. I've been using their products since 2005, quite a long time, and I love how their company works. So I applied for the job and made it all the way to the last interview, but didn't quite make it. But the very next day, I received an email, not from Apple, but from the North Face. They contacted me because they wanted to come to Tokyo to create content here for their social media. They asked me if I wanted to model and take photos for the new Urban Exploration line. And I said yes. I mean, of course I was up for it. And just like that, I was working with one of the biggest brands in the world. But I know what you're wondering. You're probably thinking, well, that was lucky. But not necessarily. For 2 years, since 2016, I've been uploading photos on Instagram at 8 p.m. sharp and have never even missed a post. In fact, I've posted twice a day at some occasions. And before knowing, Instagram was kind of like a portfolio for me. I know that loving something or finding something you can be so in love with is not an easy thing to do. And it's, probably easier said than done. And to be honest, I think most people fail to seek our purpose in life. We tend to dream, but follow it up with a list of reasons why our dream is unachievable. But we must remember that every great company and every great mind were conceived from a simple dream. I mean, look at Michael Jordan. He missed 9,000 shots, lost 300 games, 26 of which he was trusted to taking the game-winning shot, but missed. I mean, we don't really hear about all that though. I didn't know it until a few days ago, in fact. Because the most important thing is that not many people, or in fact, no one really cares about the missed shots or the failed attempts. We only talk about the wins and the success. So it's important that we keep our heads up and focus on what we truly believe in. I think love is ultimately the most important thing for our dream to succeed. But we must keep in mind that loving something isn't just quite enough to keep us fueled to pursuing the dream. It's love with consistency that'll make all the difference. I mean, I talked about how I was consistent on uploading an image every day at 8 p.m. for 2 years straight. That was me being consistent to what I truly believed. So I want you all now to detach autopilot and ask yourself this question. What is your dream? Thank you.